Houston. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They will run for the first time here with White. And, right away, he lost the football. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Now White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Gain of 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16.
It's a gain of 5.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown,
Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Texans nothing. Randy.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to...
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson on the move to his left. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run with White. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
23-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's White. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
White, the ball carrier.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
57's the mic. Rock 57. I'm on.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
25, Duke Johnson.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Watson on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans, nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
On the carry.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Complete to Joe Mixon.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
And the Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 47-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 15. First down, Bengals.
On first down, Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Worried about your hands, though. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute?
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
It's 3rd and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Mike 57. Check pass. Check back. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Fairbairn to kick off for
the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
The Bengal ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Great tackle that time by P.J. Hall.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And a Bengal first down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Burrow setting up to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
First down.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
6-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. Open man, the tight end fouls. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 31! 57. Mike, 57. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D.
Here's a toss right side with White. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 29.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's the reason we ball for circle around twice for the encore.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57's the mic. Mike 57.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Watson's pass.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and dropped. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Right here. Mike 55.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert. 57's Mike.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Cincinnati.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rolling to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a 1st down throw. Watson flushed out right. Flush to his right. He completes it right side to White. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Texans.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bengals, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.